Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gap Major, and this is a review of the Italian Tier 7 premium battleship Roma, the end reward of the Vini Vidi Vici campaign, should you have Admiralty backing. Now, this is a Tier 6 and 7 game of domination on northern waters. On the enemy team there's an Akatsuki, a Benson, a Lightning, a Helena working with a Lion and a KG5, and then we have an Odin in the division with another Odin, and then we have a Iowa as the mercenary, the solo battleship. I've spawned on the right side with two destroyers, a Jervis and a Kangaroo, and therefore I'm going to try and back them up as we move into the objective. Noting an Odin spotted on the enemy team, that means I have the Odin division here, so it's me versus two battleships, but those two battleships are 12-inch guns. Now, Roma was the last of the three Littorio class battleships to be completed. The Littorio class battleships entered service between 1934 and 1942, obviously with Roma entering service in 1942. Now, her career isn't super exciting simply because the Axis were having a bit of a lack of fuel at this point of the war, and so most of her career during the Second World War involves moving from harbour to harbour to try and avoid Allied bombing, but she wasn't really ever sent out to actually engage the enemy. Now, she was also sunk in 1943 following the armistice with Italy, which happened on the 3rd of September 1943. She was going to be interned in Malta, and so as she was basically sailing across the Mediterranean, she came under attack by German bombers, which basically sunk her using a Fritz X radio-controlled glide armor-piercing bomb. The very same kind of bomb that hit Warspite as well. Now, going for the review, as always, this is going to be in comparison to the tech tree battleships unless otherwise stated. So, survivability wise, she's got two nice traits here. She's ironclad and tough. Basically means her armor's quite good. And a good way of telling that is it's a HP. She has a below average HP, and usually the lower the HP of a ship, the tougher the armor is. It's a way of trying to balance it off, trade it off. Now, her HP is at 65,400, and when you consider that the bottom amount of HP for a tier 7 battleship is 62,300, and the upper tier is 73,600, so she's got a good... she sits nicely in the middle there. Armor values from the upper and lower values, so she has between 13mm and 380mm of armor. How this is actually distributed is always that lovely game of not really knowing, due to the lack of there being an armor viewer in World Warships Legends. However, we do know that is a mechanic of the game that they are working on. Torpedo reduction, she is better than all of the tech tree battleships, and she only comes second to the Alabama, which is a premium American battleship, so hopefully that puts it in like a nice bit of context for you. Artillery wise, we have 9 15-inch guns in 3 triple gun turrets. Not completely happy about having to move in against these two Odins, but I can't exactly see an opportunity to break off until I get to this island up ahead of me. Now, her guns are arranged in A turret, B turret super firing, and then Y turret at the rear, so she does have more turrets and more firepower facing forwards. Also, as you're noting, she does have to have quite a wide stance in order to bring all guns to bear on target. Now, she has the shortest range for the tier, she has an average reload speed, and she has the joint fastest turret traverse speed, so very nimble turrets which do really play well. I really do like the nimble turrets that she does come with. Just aiming for the deck line, simply there because the Odin's kind of angled, so I'm thinking maybe I can punish her by hitting the slightly thinner armour where my shells are less likely to bounce. I'm actually going to switch my turrets to my starboard rear quarter in order to actually now tail chase, because I've been able to isolate the other Odin behind this island. No point overextending if my turrets aren't ready. Keeping myself nicely angled. Now, when it comes to the actual shells, you have the second worst HE shell damage, you have the worst fire chance, and you have the worst AP shell damage, which of course then that transfers over into the DPM, where you have the lowest AP and HE DPM and the worst fires per minute. So, the artillery damage output is not the greatest card in the Roma's hand, unfortunately. Maneuverability, she has average speed, but she has the best turning circle and a below average rudder shift, so she's quite nippy in the water. She does suit a kiting playstyle, I have to admit, and it's another thing that I quite enjoy, because I do enjoy kiting battleships. I can play bow tanking, but kiting's definitely more my playstyle. Now, concealment, you have the joint best concealment. When you consider it, you do have a very short range. Having that concealment is a nice ability, enabling you to close in, but it's not a deal maker or breaker too much. Now, Consumables, you have repair parties times 3. Now, these repair parties heal 327 HP per second for 28 seconds, which means that each repair party will heal 9,156 HP. So that's about 2 bars of your HP on your HP bar down there at the bottom. You also have Damage Control Party, an infinite amount, and these have a duration of 10 seconds and a reload time of 80 seconds. You also have 4 aircraft, and you can choose between having catapult fighters or spotter aircraft before the game. Now, I actually haven't even used it, I have to confess. I've just got this I've got this Odin just I'm just ignoring him as he chases me around. Just because of the survivability of the Roma is actually really that good. Now, as always, down in the description will be the ship modules and the commander build used during this game. But I should let you know that for modules, I have taken Aiming Systems Module 1, Steering Gears Module 2, Target Acquisition Systems Module 1, and Main Battery Mod 3. Possibly overreached there before my turrets were ready. I actually managed to get a fire with the first volley of HE this game. That's quite weird when you consider that the fire chance of the shells is pretty poor. Well, if you've been enjoying the review, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content, feel free to check out some of our other content at the end of the video when we have some videos carded. And you can always subscribe if you'd like to, or if you're already a subscriber, I'd like to say thank you chaps for watching. Now we're just going to see what we can do with this Odin. She's just chasing us around. I'm starting to think that I don't think I can take the risk of extending outwards to fire my my front turrets, just simply because you have to have quite a wide stance, and she keeps firing AP. There you go, there's the AP. Just going to see if I can get myself a nice angle. Let her fire AP. And then I can swish out. There you go. Oh. So that means she's basically fired torpedoes. got AP loaded, so we're just going to aim for his turrets. Activate the heal. Ah, well. The thing is, we've dragged him so far out that I don't think they're going to be winning this game anytime soon. We're showing ourselves 107,000 damage. Oh well, I'll catch you at the end screen. Well, here we are at the end screen. 107,000 damage, 62 hits on target, 4 defending ribbons. Yeah, it's an alright game, I guess you could say. Going on to the teams. Came third in the team, I'm happy with that. Didn't get any kills. And the 2 destroyers came top. Yeah, they really tidied up quite nicely there, to be totally honest. Going on to the economy. Yeah, made myself a pretty penny. Would have made a loss, however, if I didn't have premium and the credit booster. One thing to always note is that a premium tier 7 has the same ship service cost as a tech tree tier 7, so there's no advantage to having a premium account, or not premium account, a premium ship when it comes to any credits at tier 7. So as you can see, the ship service cost was 176,000 credits, but made myself a nice tidy bit across the board. Not the best game I've had in her, but not the worst either. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy this kind of content, feel free to subscribe and check out some of our other content carded on screen now. If you're already a subscriber, I'd like to say thank you very much, guys and girls, for your support and contributions to the channel. As always, you can send in your own game captures to the email address in the description down below, along with the ship modules and the commander build used during this video. Also down in the description is a link to Patreon should you wish to support the channel. I'd like to say thank you to the patrons whose lovely names are appearing on screen now. Until next time, I'm the Gareth Major, and back to the port.